25.
There's a lot of stigma associated with it, especially within like the gay community.
Transmitted when people's body fluids come into contact with.
It is a sexually transmitted disease.
That it doesn't kill as many people as it used to, and that you can live a normal life now, but that's not what the stigma says.
There is medication somebody could take if they are HIV positive, so they can live, they can still live a normal life, or at least as close to normal life as they can.
It's transmitted through 4 different fluids: blood, seminal fluid, vaginal fluid, and breast milk.
Okay. There's some tests, but there's not an official cure for HIV/AIDS.
Sex is probably the biggest risk.
Unprotected sexual activity is a big one.
Sexual promiscuity, sharing syringes.
Having sex outside of marriage and not
Unprotected sex, sleeping around.
That's not just not respecting their bodies.
Not having access to proper medication could lead to transmitting to other people, or
Lack of knowledge, ignorance.
I don't really think so. I mean, if you're caught up in the moment, that's the last thing you're going to think about.
I think that at Duke, I don't think people really think about it.
Some people do. Some people do take precautions, but a lot of other people don't, and I think that's.
whenever people are just hanging out, I would not think we think about it.
I don't really think people think about the needles as much.
No, because they still do things unprotected.
I personally don't think about these risks.
Yeah, you should if you're having sex, especially if you're having unprotected sex.
I think that it's something that we just don't think about because you're just going through your life and in the moment.
The bulk of people, they do not, because if that was the case, then HIV wouldn't be the #1 killer, you know?
Probably be scared that I wouldn't have that much longer to live, so I wouldn't be able to do everything I want to do with my life.
It would be hard to have a positive outlook on life, I think.
I think saying it would be very hard is an understatement.
Socially isolating in that sense.
Sure, you do everything that's on your bucket list, I guess.
Yeah, I'd just be more careful with things I do, and I would have to cope with it.
Oh, every moment would be that much more precious. I'd be very, very careful about taking my medication.
I have to live every day like it's my last day.
I don't think that my future goals would change too much because you can see what can be achieved still living with HIV with like proper treatment.
I would definitely try to educate people on just as I'm 23, black woman, I just became another statistic now because I'm now positive. And so, I mean, if you can teach one person, that person might listen, try to teach another, but I'd definitely become an advocate of some sort. Wouldn't just sit there and do anything. But right away, no, I'd be devastated. I'd have to accept that because that's a big pill to swallow.
And so, yeah, there's a big risk for people our age getting it.
Some people are very careful. Other people just want to live their lifestyle without having to worry about the precautions.
AIDS don't have no age barrier. You can get it old, young, it doesn't matter. Just that one time you have unprotected sex.
Absolutely. Especially since in our age group, there's still people that are like figuring everything out.
I honestly have no idea. I'd like to say no, but I'm sure someone.
Not really with the people I run into and I encounter on a daily basis.